What's up guys, Mr. Mullenhunter here. This is another OU battle where I use my Sun team. This time against a guy named Hermit11. I am on the other side, the opposite side where you normally see your opponent. I don't know why, but that's just the way these replays go sometimes. You start out as I typically do, using the Sunny Day. And I Solar Beam, which doesn't do much. He expects me to switch out, so he uses Pursuit. And then he fails to hit me with a Sucker Punch. Then I Charm him, which I figure would make a lot of sense, considering Skuntank mostly only has physical moves, if he's going to use any attacking moves. And it actually works out for the best, because I'm able to tank a lot of his hits, especially after using Synthesis to get my health back up. And you'll see that the theme of this particular battle is that I actually make a lot of very good decisions. Solar Beam is not one of them. But I'm trying to buy time at this point, so the sun will fade. So when I bring out Ninetales, Drought will put the sun back out again. So I burn him, I charm him to have an attack, and he's able to successfully beat my Leafeon, so he takes the early lead. I finally sent out Ninetales, but the sun's still out, so it didn't really help me too much. The good news is I'm able to get one attack off while the sun is out to kill his Heracross. And since Heracross is really his only great sweeper on this team, at this point I'm not too worried. I do switch out to Charizard here, because I anticipate a Ground-type move against a Fire-type, and he doesn't disappoint. He uses a Ground-type move that I am immune to, and I Mega to put the sun back out. A Solar Beam is Marowak and one-shot it. So, at this point, I am feeling pretty confident about my chances. He uses Dusclops, and if I remember correctly, I switch out to Houndoom here, for the specific purpose of using a Dark-type special move against a Dusclops that is weak to Dark-type moves. To Ghost-type, so obviously. I wanted to two-shot him, but the Dusclops was Pain Split, so it lasts a really long time. I think it's actually the last Pokemon he ends up having left by the end of this battle. So I Dark Pulse him one more time, he skill swaps, I end up getting pressure from Houndoom. He gets Flash Fire, which, in this case, would make a lot of sense because I have a lot of Fire types, but given that I have a Dark type using Pokemon, it's not going to work too well for me. So I Dark Pulse because I didn't anticipate a switch there. I really should have, but he hadn't yet, and I figured if he hadn't yet, he wouldn't. Then he finally does, to a Skuntank that resisted my move, and then Toxic Poison my Ninetales when I switched into him. So I burned his Skuntank, because I figured constant damage would allow me to get rid of one of his better Pokemon that he has left. And it helps a little bit. I'm able to flamethrower him after one burn gets off, and he's out of the Skuntank. He brings out Chandelure, knowing that he's weak to Dark types, and its best attacking moves, he's a Fire and a Ghost type, both of which are resisted by Houndoom, who is a Fire and Dark type. So I Dark Pulse, and one-shot him, and I was able to tank his one attack, so all he has left is a physical tank that really isn't going to do much against me, and a Dusclops that's already half dead anyway. So I Overheat, he sturdies and survives. He uses Brave Bird next, which kills himself and my Houndoom, and I guess he figured Houndoom is the one Pokemon that can really do significant damage against his Dusclops, but at the same time, his Dusclops is almost dead anyway, and the only real good attacking move he has against the majority of what I have left is Pain Split, which isn't really an attacking move anyway. So I try to burn him to just do some consistent damage, so Pain Split doesn't do as much, and because Toxic is out, it won't do that much anyway. Then I end up flamethrowing, and it burns him there, so I get the burn, not when I wanted to, but I do get it, and I did some relatively decent damage with flamethrower as well. And from here, it's really just a couple flamethrowers, one flamethrower until I win, and that's it. So I beat him 4-0. It wasn't especially difficult, and that was mainly because I was actually able to make some pretty decent decisions in this particular matchup. So, if you want to add me, my friend code is on the first battle that I recorded. If you do decide to add me, make sure you message me or comment your friend code on one of my videos, and I will see you in my next one. Goodbye.